You there, sitting behind that computer screen, listening to this. You clicked on this page expecting a ritual, right? I mean, it's all in the title, of course. And I've got an interesting one for you. A ritual that I, myself, created, and I'm willing to share it with you. Imagine this. Babies within a room screaming and crying at the top of their lungs. A busy subway train where nobody seems to know how to keep their damn mouths shut. Perhaps your apartment neighbor is too busy playing his loud, obnoxious music upstairs to realize that people like you need their beauty sleep. He's saying a common trend here. The world is so full of noise these days. Seems like there's never a place on Earth where one can relax. But what if there was? What if there was a place that you could retreat to anytime you like and escape from reality? Perhaps I can offer a solution to your problem. There's no catches, no drawbacks. You'll be getting exactly what you desire, and if you follow my instructions, you should be relatively safe. Are you ready to try it? Well, here goes. Firstly, you'll want to set up your preparations. You shouldn't need much to practice this ritual, and you need to set it up with common household items. You'll want to make sure that you have a decent pair of soundproof headphones, a rose, a blindfold, or really any material that can cover your sight, and a bag of ice. Also, although not required, I recommend you bring some duct tape. See, I told you that this didn't take much to perform this ritual. Now, it doesn't matter when or where you perform the ritual, but it is imperative that you go alone. If you go in groups, believe it or not, the trials will become harder and more dangerous for reasons which will become more obvious as you go on. Now, in order to make this whole wacky ritual work, you're going to need to start performing it as soon as I read off the procedures. As soon as you've completely heard those procedures, you've officially begun the ritual. That's right. So this is where the first official instruction comes into play. By continuing past this point, you have agreed to continue on with this ritual. For as soon as you start the procedures, you're locked in. For good. So warning. Don't skip reading ahead. If you do so, it's a sign to the higher powers that you don't wish to respect this sacred art, if you will, and they'll forever steal your 5 senses and leave you helpless. So yeah, this ritual has dangers such as this if you don't follow my directions. And yes, being eternally robbed of your senses is just as torturous as it sounds. So here we go. Cover the windows and lock the doors. You and the optional, although not recommended, group of people that you are practicing this ritual with would rather not be disturbed after this ritual commences. Find a bed or seat to lie in or sit in. Make this place of rest comfortable, as your physical body will possibly be in that position for prolonged periods of time, and you wouldn't want to find yourself covered in aches and pains, now would you? Set the items and materials collected before the ritual in a square formation around you. Now, think of the moments in your life which made you want to try this ritual in the first place. And perhaps a dinner date with a special someone was ruined because of a loud and obnoxious restaurant patron seated beside you. Maybe a small child crying in a movie theater, ruining your experience. Whatever the case may be, try to ingrain that memory into your head. Picture the moment and imagine the sounds, the smells, and emotions within that memory. After you've done this, try to recreate the way that you felt in that moment. Perhaps you were sad, or maybe anxious, or aggravation overcame you and swept all sense of joy away. And finally, open your eyes and look around you. Cup the bag of ice in your hands, Place the duct tape over your mouth, place the headphones over your ears, and place the blindfold over your eyes. It is important you do these steps for the order in which the trial awaits you. And finally, pick up the rose and give it a whiff. With that, you will finish the steps to begin the ritual. Hello there. If you're hearing this and skipped past the procedures beforehand, expect to be stripped of your senses relatively soon. I'd hate to be blunt, but I did warn you about what would happen if you disrespect the ritual and proceed without going through things properly. Should it be due to you not heeding my warnings or simply you not caring about your life in general, it is your decision that brought you here. However, if you broke the rules, you might as well use what time you have left of your sight and your sanity to view what else this ritual has to behold. Now, if you did follow my instructions, then congratulations. You've officially begun the ritual. Although these words are still on the screen of whatever device or pamphlet that you used before, they're also being transcribed into your mind's eye by me. By following through the ritual, you've allowed me into your mind, and now I'll be your official guide through this journey. Jiminy Cricket of sorts. Except for the fact that if you don't follow my instructions verbatim, the worst fate you'll encounter won't be making a literal ass of yourself. Now look around you. When you put on the blindfold, you lost your ability to see and your perceptions of the world got dark. But you can tell that what you're seeing isn't the same darkness as the blinding material covering your eyes, can't you? Go ahead and reach out into the darkness before you. Reach straight ahead and feel along the surface you just touched. When you feel the switch, go ahead and give it a flick upwards. There. That's better. Light above you should have lit up. Ignore the flickering of the light. Aren't exactly the best technicians. This new reality that you've welcomed. And which, welcome to the place where senses make no sense. A place somewhere between your subconsciousness and whatever dimension exists. Now, approach the far right corner of the wall. You see that skeleton over there? See its hollowed bones, the black mucus dripping down its ribcage. Go ahead and reach inside its jaw. May have to pry its mouth open a bit, but due to the decay of the bone, it should be easy to crack it open. Go on, it's not like a dead man can feel pain. Now, see that key inside of its mouth? Take it from the skeleton and turn around. There, before you, should be a door that wasn't there before. If you want to enter it, put the key into the keyhole, turn the knob. You are now unlocking the full extent of this new world where you currently reside. Step through the doorway with caution, because you're about to start the first trial. You've now stepped through the doorway, and I bet you can't figure out what your first trial is. Well, not at first anyway. Here, I'll give you a hint. Pinch your arm as hard as you can. No, really, pinch it with the intent to inflict pain on yourself. You can't, can you? Your sense of pain and touch has been retracted. The room you're in should be fairly well lit. In fact, the setting should look familiar to you. Most people either describe the setting as a school hallway of sorts, while others usually see a psychiatric ward or a corridor. In all honesty, I personally don't consider the setting to be much of importance. What may be important to you is what you're hearing right now. You hear it? It may seem faint at first, but surely you can hear it becoming louder ever so slowly. I can assure you that the moist gurgling sound and the scraping of feet coming towards you, it's not just all in your imagination. Down the dark hallway you'll surely be putting all of your attention to now is beholding a creature. One that's come for you. I can sense your heart racing. And you have two choices. You can run in the opposite direction, or you could stand there and stare at your impending doom in the face. I recommend the first option, because only a fool would stick around to see this monstrosity coming for him. As you may have guessed, you aren't the first one to come across this ritual. There have been others, and they desire the same as you, a place of silence, a resort of quietness where one can escape to for peace. However, there are creatures within this place that desire things as well. You find it strange to run, don't you? I mean, you can feel the rush of wind against your skin. You can feel your feet pounding on the ground like you're weightless here. It's almost as if you don't physically exist. I wouldn't recommend stopping because of this, though. Letting that thing catch you would cost you an arm and a leg, give or take. Some extra skin. And Lord knows that thing could use those. You should be coming across the end of the hall by this point. Do you see those 3 doors? Rushing to them and trying to open them. No matter which door you try to open first, it'll be the last door you attempt to open, which will be the one unlocked. I mean, go ahead. Try to get out before that thing catches up to you. Oh, and I should mention the door handles are molten hot. It's a good thing you can't feel the searing hot pain coursing through your body. But I'm sure you could see your skin beginning to melt. The bubbles beginning to rise and pop on your hand and arm with each grip to the doorknob. That's funny, isn't it? You should be rolling on the floor right now, crying in pain as the melted and charred skin burns like hellfire, tearing your flesh and tissue apart. But no, you just open the last door and you pass the first trial. Congratulations, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now, you see the room around you. Another small room with a flickering light in it, but in the center of the room is a glass panel. And below that glass panel seems to be a pit of darkness with no end to it. It's the type of eternal pit of misery and despair that one would want to dive into, right? I don't see you having much choice, considering that door won't be able to keep the monster out for long. Oh, you thought he was a one-time deal? I'm afraid not. There should be a gray sledgehammer on one of the corners of the room. There, left corner behind you. Pick it up, smash the glass floor. I suggest you hurry as well. I'm sure I'm not the only one who can hear those long talons scratching at the door. There, one last hit and you plummet below. You ready? Now, jump. Oh, what, you thought I would deprive you of your senses of touch for this whole time? No, I'm not that inhumane. Yeah, I see you clutching your arm in pain at the sensation of hot iron rods piercing your flesh. Still, there's no time to sit and sob. Stand up. Stand up. And look around. Everything seems normal, right? I mean, you're now in a plain open field, taking the smell of the dandelions at your feet. Listen as the birds chirp. Feel the wet grass underneath your toes. And now, look up at the sky. Enjoy the blue skies and fluffy white clouds above you, because that paradise will be short-lived. Just look again. No fields. No dandelions. No blue sky. Just you inside of a cold, damp stone room. Puddles of filthy mud and water randomly sprinkled about, and in the center of that room is a peculiar table with a plate on it. Approach it. Go on. Plate won't bite. No, you'll be doing all the biting here. Look down at the plate. Look at all those slimy, wriggling worms. Look at that twitching moth. Look at the maggots squirming about and writhing in crazy fashion. Do you see them? They're in pain. They're dying. A slow, painful death. I understand fully that these beings are considered below you, but you surely must have sympathy for those living, breathing creatures. Put them out of their misery. Go on. Kill them. No, don't smash them. That'd be a complete waste of the resource, wouldn't it? You see, your energy drains quickly in this land, and here you need all the energy you can get. Go on. Swallow them. Why are you so hesitant? It's not like you'll be able to taste them. Go ahead. Consume. You know you want to. Don't you feel the empty pit in your stomach? How unsatisfied and unsaturated you feel? Go on. Chew. Do you feel those grimy, filthy creatures wriggling within your mouth? Their smooth skin rubbing against your gums. You feel them struggling, but ultimately being broken to bits as they run down your throat and into your stomach. You feel yourself being replenished. Oh, what's this? You still have half your plate full, but you won't continue. It's fine. You need your energy, you know. I can make the pain in your arm worse. I could burn you beyond belief and beyond repair should you make me. I don't think you want that, do you? Go ahead. Slide the rest into your mouth. Let them travel down your esophagus. There. Don't you feel better? Good. And now we can continue. Look to your right. See the zipper on the floor? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and unzip it. Yeah. Unzip the floor. Now, climb into the hole you just unzipped. Oh. What was that? You don't want to? Well, I'm sure your nasty little stalker friend, who, I add, is coming ever nearer to you as we speak, would be happy to help encourage you. Hey, you there. No, not the fellow performing the ritual. I mean you. The one who didn't follow through with the procedures. This person's doing pretty well, aren't they? Halfway there, and unlike you, they actually have a chance at living the rest of their life in peace. Now, of course, they can't hear me. Stuck in the floor for a moment, right? Right where I left them. Anyway, I'm sure a million questions are racing through your head right now. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the spirit who invented this ritual. I, too, was disturbed by the constant noise within the world. Everyone was always shouting, being so rude, belligerent, and I wanted to escape from it all, too, so I created a safe haven where the senses don't apply. However, if humans wish to be granted entry to this world, they would need to prove to me that they truly deserved it. People like you, however, people like you didn't feel the need to listen to me, so here you are, spectating this sacred ritual before I shred your body of every ounce of sense that you have left. No, I'm no doctor, but all this time in seclusion away from noise, that can be damaging to one. I suppose my isolation did have its drawbacks, but what's the big deal? Who needs to see other living, breathing life forms when one can sit alone and not be bothered with the problems of the world? Even beings such as I prefer desolation to the outside world, but what cost? The ability to have empathy for others, tendencies to misguide others and lie? A little trickery never hurt anyone, has it? Has it? Okay, unzip yourself from the floor now. Things passed. It's safe to come out. Observe the world around you. You're no longer in a dark, desolate room, but rather a room of clocks. Tick-tock goes the clock. Tick-tock goes the clock. Tick-tock goes the clock. Oh, what do you mean there's no ticking or talking? These clocks are working perfectly fine. I checked them this morning. Couldn't possibly be that you... Can't you hear them? No, that's exactly what happened. Welcome to Trial 3. Your journey will soon be over. Of all the clocks in the room, I'm sure you've already seen the one you need to go to, the clock directly in front of you. It's huge, isn't it? Approach that clock, place your hand on the wood. That's good. Now close your eyes and feel the vibrations course through your veins. You can still feel those vibrations, right? Move your hand in a clockwise circle completely until you reach the point you started at. That's your 12. I'm sure you can guess where the rest of the numbers are. Place your hand on the numbers in the order of your birth date. Remember, don't lift your hand from the wood. That would have consequences, which I'd rather not discuss. But you're running out of time. Good, now that you're done with that. Step backwards and look up at the clock. There's a staircase going up to the top of this giant clock. Walk up to the top of the staircase. You're now on top of the clock. Good. Now look down at all the other smaller, lesser clocks. Feel the vibrations of the entire room. Feel them run through your body. Now close your eyes and don't you dare open them. The beast is in the room with you now, but don't run. Just saying those words, your heart rate increases heavily, didn't it? You're going to have to settle down because this next step in particular, it's tricky. Keep focusing on the vibrations. You feel the rhythm? The pattern in which the clocks tick and talk. Try to match your breathing and heart rate to that of the vibrations. If you can do this, you'll be invisible to the creature. Now, this is not the time to ask me why I didn't tell you before that the beast wasn't able to see you. Calm your breathing and go back to the beat of the clock. The creature stalking you isn't one simply interested in murdering you. No, it has an actual plan. You see, in this sensory-deprived place, the beast has only one of its senses. That sense is hearing. His hearing is so precise that he can distinguish between your breathing and the sound of the clocks ticking. You came here because you wanted a place where sound doesn't exist. Well, the creature wants you so it can steal your senses which it has been deprived of for quite some time. Now you've completed the third stage. What I want you to do is to jump off the clock you're currently standing on. Yes, I see that it's high above the ground. I still want you to jump. Would I ever lie to you? Of course not. When have I ever lied to you so far? The jump will lead you directly to your fourth trial. You're nearly there. Don't quit now. Besides, I'm sure the monster would love for me to tell it where you are. I hope that's enough of an incentive for you. Good. Now jump. Well, what do you think would happen upon jumping? Did you fall to the ground? Of course you did. That's how gravity works. Granted, this is mostly for my enjoyment, but I'm not sure what else you expected. Have a look around you. Is the landscape different again this time? Oh, wait, you can't see. You've gone blind, haven't you? Well, my friend, you are inside a system of tunnels and trials. The walls aren't too far apart, so you should be able to extend your arm and touch them. Feel that nice, mossy texture? Now walk forward and guide yourself with your arms. What you need to do is find the exit to this maze. Just continue walking forward until you feel the bump in the wall. You feel that? Feel that bump? Grasp the bump. Pull it downwards. Congratulations, you just pulled a trap. Traps aren't good here, so I suggest you don't pull any more of them. You feel the sharp, searing pain digging into the meat of your leg. That's the trap at work. You would want to be caught in a trap because, as you can see, the blades are twisting and turning and pulping your skin and muscle tissue. Grab the wall and pull yourself out. Boy, oh boy, it's a good thing you can't see your leg right now. Your skin is completely shredded below the thigh. I'm surprised you're angry with me. I mean, you should have expected to make sacrifices. I can't just give gifts away for free, can I? Now, keep walking before I activate a few more traps for you on my own. You know, you're lucky a being such as myself would even consider giving you a gift like this. Keep moving forward. You're almost done. Reach forward and grab the door handle. Pull it open. And walk right on through. Your sight should be back now. You should be standing in a room similar to the one you started in. There's the flickering light. Everything else. Congratulations on passing the ritual. You've proven to me that you are truly deserving of your haven without sound. Now stand still as I explain to you what this prize means. You've gone through the 4 trials of this ritual, and through them all, you've proven to me that you are capable of triumphing over the challenges. Now don't mind the sensation of your skin sizzling, of those boiling bubbles being back. And not just on your arms and hands, but on your face, on your legs, on your torso as well. I know you're in pain now, but believe me, you'll be utterly joyous when this is over. Can you feel the heat melting your nose away? Leaving it just a charred blotch of burnt flesh. You feel your eyes disintegrate within seconds as the heat intensifies. You can even feel it inside your mouth, can't you? Burning the roof of your mouth and your tongue. Oh, I know you can't hear me right now. The pain you're under is probably too great to bear, but trust me, I'm fulfilling my promise to you, aren't I? By now, the only remnants of your previous self is your ears. Ironic, isn't it? And that's what you wanted, to lose your hearing, yet it's the only sense that you've attained. Don't worry, though. There aren't many causes of noise here where you'll be staying. However, I can hear, based upon the desperate, drowned-out gurgles of agony escaping what was once your lips, that this outcome might not suit you well. I mean, you should have wanted this, so I'm confused as to why. However, I'm sure that you'll enjoy this silence and solitude eventually. I mean, it worked wonders for me. However, if you want your old form back, I recommend finding the next person who performed this ritual and stealing their senses too. Don't worry about finding them. Your hearing will be precise enough. And by the way, thanks for that rose you brought me. Smell isn't exactly required, but I do wholeheartedly accept the gift. In fact, none of the senses trials were completely necessary. However, it sure does make for one hell of an entertaining story. Oh, and for those of you still hearing this, thank you for following me through this journey. This has been a very rare success of the ritual, and I'm glad that you could join me to witness it. Hold on a bit. I know I promised to strip you of your senses and your emotions. However, there appears to be someone else attempting to perform the ritual. And by the looks of it, the one who most recently partook in the ritual. I'm already so anxious to meet them. Hey there kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and we're currently entering fall, which means Halloween is right around the corner. I just want to say thank you guys for watching tonight's video, listening to tonight's episode of the podcast, and to start expecting more audios as we go closer and closer to the spookiest day of the year. Once October starts, you know what that means. I'll be having out a video every single day until Halloween itself, and I expect to see you there. I mean it. I expect to see you there for every video, for every podcast episode, and I expect to see you like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz bell, what do you do on podcasts? Follow on Spotify? Yeah, that, for the month of October, and especially so you don't miss the 13-day countdown. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody on this list of Patreons. Some of these amazing folks are Diana Kraus, AcidSystem, Blake Rattler, Brandon Mendoza, Britta Crow, Caltuna, ChicagoHitman, CoryxKenshin, CrusaderChocobo, Dakota Best, Daniel Poulsen, Dante Kinkade, Enchanted Buns, Estebean, HIDive's nephew, Himbo Jerry, Our Minute Seconds Time, Ingegerd Solstrom, Jay Kearns, Jadis Pet, McMog, Mr. Marcus Blitz, Psychomel, Plant Piz, Red Shadow Cat, Remember the Sun, Salty Surprise, Samara Lynn, Seclude, Simba's Bloody Mojo, Sky Harbor, Smiley the Psychotic, Sully Man, Tully Sue, Team Leo 76, The Demented Voice in Your Head, The Chavez Brothers, The Ginger Bros, Tommy Walters, Viceroy Scorn, William Wellington, Your Bro Keegan, Zabub, and Shadow Gardens. A huge thank you to you guys, everybody who shows up in the description down below, and as always, folks, sweet dreams.